Tonight, find out how one organization honored Women's Friendship Month.
Plus, students celebrate National Saudi Day. Stay tuned, Troy. TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
The high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus with news from Troy University locations around the world. This is Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Nightly News for September 24th, 2012. I'm Judson Garner.
And I'm Bailey Majors. Thank you for joining us this evening. The Kappa Delta sorority set aside time this Saturday for women on campus to come together in honor of International Women's Friendship Month. Deatra Montgomery gives us the details.
Some may think there is nothing more exciting and bonding in a relationship than creating together. Well, this rang true when the Kappa Delta sorority hosted an event in honor of International Women's Friendship Month. The organization invited women on campus to an afternoon filled with craft making, laughter, and most of all, togetherness.
Normally we always do like a little social with like candy or something like that, and I really just wanted to do something really different that we haven't done before to try to get more people here, to try to get more people to celebrate women's friendship with us. And just coming together, as you can see, everybody's coming together, trying to figure out what they're doing, asking advice on what colors to use, what patterns to use, and just sitting around and just talking and spending time together.
Some of the ladies that attended the celebration felt it was important to spend time together in order to create strong bonds and friendships between each other.
It's different people getting together and getting to know more about each other and learning different ways that we're all alike.
I just feel like you need the experience and you need to get out there and like meet new people and meet women who have like the same goals and morals as you and just kind of bond between that because that's so special.
Jones states that the importance of a female is not what group she is a part of, but the relationship she has with other females.
Just because we're Greek or non-Greek in different sororities and different groups and different organizations, we're all women and we're all friends. Like we're not segregated, we're not separated, we're just together.
Deatra Montgomery, Troy TrojanVision News.
Kappa Delta is also hosting a teddy bear drive this week and next week for the Troy City Police.
The sport of rugby is still fairly new to Troy University, but interest is building in the newest sport to hit the campus. Melanie Newman takes a look at the team's home opener and what they are doing to build more interest in the sport.
When you think of men's intercollegiate athletics, football, soccer, and baseball most often come to mind. Trojan fans, however, this last Saturday got to catch a glimpse of a new sport on campus. The Troy men's rugby team had their home opener exhibition game versus Spring Hill, in which they saw a 24-14 victory over the Badgers.
But overall, we came out on top, and that's always good for Troy, especially the rugby team. It's one of our first home wins we've had, and I'm really excited about it, and I'm excited about all the fans coming out, and just happy with the turnout. If people love football, they'll love rugby. It's just the same, maybe a little bit more violent. You don't have any pads. It's really exciting to watch.
Due to its growing popularity, rugby will be an addition to the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro. That format is sevens, opposed to Troy's style, which is called 15s.
I know everybody's talking about football, baseball, basketball, really good sports here, and we're not trying to take that away from anybody. What we're trying to do is bring something else Troy can be proud of.
In fact, in just the 3 years that the Rugby League was founded here at Troy, they have already moved on to play professional teams in their schedule.
I think the team played great. I played well. There's always room for improvements, but it's good to have a solid team to go forward and get a win at home.
Troy sits at 1-1 during their exhibition season and anxiously awaits to see more fans in the spring.
The turnout, I think we need some more people to come. I think we need to get the support up. But I think everyone that was here was really excited and really supported the team, and it was a lot of fun.
Troy's next home game will be Saturday, October 5th versus Alabama at 6 o'clock on the Upper Banfield. I am Melanie Newman, TrojanVision News.
Once again, the rugby team's next match will be on October 5th.
Troy University's Saudi Arabian students celebrated one of their national holidays today on the Bibb Graves Quad. The Saudi Student Association was on the quad to inform Troy students about National Saudi Day. September 23rd is the date the country was founded. Troy students were able to learn about Saudi culture through music and authentic cuisine prepared by the members of the organization.
Some information about that, some background music, Arabic music, and we're serving some food. Arabic coffee, sweet tea, some juice also.
Today marks the 82nd anniversary of National Saudi Day. The next event held by the Saudi Student Association will be on October 20th. The organization will hold a tailgating party outside of Pace Hall, and all students are invited to attend.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Millbrook, Alabama education officials say the state is number 1 in the nation for growth in high school students making qualifying scores on advanced placement exams for the last 5 years, and for the growth in minority students taking AP courses. Governor Robert Bentley, State School Superintendent Tommy Bice, and supporters of the A+ College Ready program announced qualifying scores have gone up 102%.
And in Montgomery, the first person to plead guilty in Alabama's gambling corruption investigation is seeking probation. Former County Crossings casino lobbyist Jennifer Ponce pleaded guilty to conspiracy in 2010. Her attorney, Tommy Spina, has filed court papers stressing her early cooperation with investigators in her testimony at 2 trials.
And in Birmingham, a man has been arrested and charged with posting messages on Twitter that authorities say threaten the life of President Barack Obama. Court records show that 25-year-old Jarvis M. Britton was charged with making a threat against the president. The Birmingham News reports that complaint against Britton was filed by the U.S. Secret Service in U.S. District Court in Birmingham.
Still to come on Troy TrojanVision Nightly News, the Trojan football team picked up their first conference victory of the season on Saturday. Danielle Percival will have a recap of that and more when she joins us in sports.
But first, Mitt Romney and President Obama are rolling out new strategies to secure votes. We'll have that story and more coming up.
Candidates race to sway voters in battleground states. I'm Tara Mergener at the White House with the latest coming up.
Hi, I'm Mia Hamm. As a professional soccer player, I know how rewarding sports can be and how quickly injuries happen. So I've teamed up with the American Association of Orthodontists to ask athletes to play it safe. With my years of training, I know what it takes to become an expert, and orthodontists do too. They're the experts who help people obtain healthy, beautiful smiles. Wear mouthguards, face masks, and helmets to prevent injuries. Keep smiling and visit braces.org.
I think my purse is upstairs on the bed. It's not here. Check the dining room. No. What about your sister's room? It's not there either. The upstairs closet? The downstairs closet?
There are no more closets.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Now for a look at what's happening across the nation and around the world, we'll go to Judson Garner at the Global News Desk. Judson.
Thanks, Bailey. Mitt Romney insisted on his 60 Minutes that his campaign does not need a turnaround. Today, the Republican nominee plowed ahead with his economic message and hit President Obama for comments he made on the same program. Tara Mergener has more from the White House.
Hundreds of flag-waving supporters greeted Mitt Romney's plane as it taxied to a rally in Pueblo, Colorado.
Mitt Romney!
The GOP White House hopeful is looking for votes in the battleground state, where a new poll shows President Obama with an edge.
The American people cannot afford 4 more years of Barack Obama, and that's why I'm going to become the next president of the United States.
Romney pounced on the president's 60 Minutes interview, where he used the phrase bump in the road to talk about recent events in the Middle East.
These are not bumps in the road. These are human lives. These are developments we do not want to see. This is time for a president who will shape events in the Middle East, not just be merciful or be in mercy of the events in the Middle East.
The White House pushed back against any suggestion President Obama was characterizing the deadly attack on the U.S. consulate in Benghazi as a bump in the road.
That assertion is both desperate and offensive. The president was referring to the transformations in the region.
The president's campaign is rolling out a new ad attacking Romney for saying 47% of Americans who don't pay federal income tax see themselves as victims.
Maybe instead of attacking others on taxes, Romney should come clean on his.
The ad is airing in Ohio, where Paul Ryan is launching a Romney campaign bus tour. Tara Mergener for CBS News, the White House.
A new study could lead to major breakthroughs in way doctors treat breast cancer. After analyzing the genetics of actual tumors, researchers are closing in on the causes of cancer and how to cure it. Teresa Garcia has the story.
Tonia Mingo was just turning 36 when she found a lump in her breast. It was stage 2 cancer.
From the time I was diagnosed until now, I still keep saying I'm going to be okay.
A year after Mingo's surgery and chemotherapy, new research could give doctors insight into what caused her cancer. A study team analyzed the genetics of more than 800 patients and was able to separate cancers into 4 distinct types. Each of those types reveals unique genetic roadmaps to what drives the cancers.
When we look at a woman's tumor, we can ideally identify the causes of her tumor and then give her the therapies that target those particular causes.
Breast cancer kills more than 35,000 women a year. This study was the broadest investigation so far of the genetics of the disease. One of the most significant findings involves the aggressive type of cancer Mingo had, known as triple negative.
These women have a higher risk of recurrence or a higher chance of their cancer coming back.
Researchers found tumor cells from triple-negative cancers are genetically more similar to ovarian cancers than to other breast cancers, which could mean ovarian treatments are a more effective therapy. The next step is clinical trials, but in the meantime, doctors describe the findings as stunning and a giant step toward understanding the root causes of breast cancer. Teresa Garcia, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And that'll wrap things up from the Global News Desk. To see more stories from across the country and around the world, such as what issues will be tackled in the 67th Annual United Nations General Assembly, you can tune in to Trojan Vision Global News right after the nightly news. Now back to you, Bailey.
Thank you, Judson. And now Danielle Percival joins us for a look at sports. So, Danielle, action-packed weekend for Trojan Athletics. We had a really good outcome. We were able to pull out a handful of wins this weekend.
That's right, Bailey. There were some successful teams over the weekend for Troy. Had a couple of teams that were getting started with conference play, and of course, football was on the road for their first conference road test. So let's get into a recap of the game.
All right.
This year, the Trojan football team had given up an average of 32 points per game entering their second conference game against North Texas. The offense was averaging 29 points per game, so the defense knew it was their responsibility to step up, and that's exactly what they did. The Trojans won in Denton by a final of 14-7. Brendan Trawick was the highlight on defense, recording 15 tackles and securing Sunbelt Conference Defensive Player of the Week. The Trojans tied the game late in the first half with a 15-yard touchdown catch from Robinson to Robinson. That's Corey to Jaquan. And in the third quarter, the game winner was from Robinson to Chip Reeves for 76 yards. Broke a tackle. See you, Mean Green. For quarterback Corey Robinson, he said one of his favorite parts of Saturday's game was being able to run the victory formation for the final play.
That's the best play in football, victory. Just taking a knee there at the end, man, that's my favorite play.
The 2 games that we have won, I've never been in a more exciting locker room than those 2 games. So there's something being laid out there that makes these guys appreciate a win.
The Trojans continue conference play and look to make it a 3-0 start on the road when they face South Alabama in their first meeting on the gridiron this Saturday. That game will be in Mobile at 2:30 on Saturday. After falling to number 24 Western Kentucky Friday, the Trojan volleyball team closed its opening weekend of Sunbelt play with a win Saturday night. Troy defeated Middle Tennessee 3-0 with scores of 25-19, 25-20, and 25-13. The win is only the second in 17 meetings against the Blue Raiders for Troy and the first ever in Sunbelt play for Troy over the Blue Raiders. The Trojans had a season-high attack percentage with .356 against Middle Tennessee, who played in the Sunbelt title game last season. Offensively, Brianna Cullity had 19 kills as Troy had 45 kills as a team with just 13 errors. Alexandra Alexander posted 40 assists on the 45 kills, while Blair Winston was second behind Cullity with 10 kills. Darby Griff led Troy with 5 blocks, while Ollie Dowdle led the way with 10 digs. The Trojans return to the floor next weekend when they play host to FIU and Florida Atlantic at Sartain Hall on Friday and Saturday. The Trojans and Panthers are set to begin at 7 p.m. on Friday. And the soccer team played host to the Sunshine State teams of the Sun Belt this weekend as they took on Florida Atlantic and on Friday and Florida International on Sunday at the Trojan Soccer Complex. But for Troy, the sun wasn't shining on the Trojans. The Trojans dropped the first game to FAU by a score of 2-0, and then on Sunday, the Trojans fell behind 1-0 in the 48th minute. But Jasmine Farnbauer netted her first career goal in the 70th minute to tie the game and send it to overtime. That, however, would not be enough as FIU scored the golden goal in just 1 minute and 21 seconds into overtime. The Trojans' next match will be against North Texas this Sunday at 1 p.m. Well, it didn't take long for the women's rodeo team to find success this season. The women's team totaled 353 points at the Missouri Valley College Rodeo to claim the team title in its first rodeo of the 2012 fall season. Top performers individually for the women were Kelsey Kinnemer, who placed third overall in breakaway roping, and Cassandra Smith, who placed third in goat tying. Zach Mabry paired with Tennessee Martin's Ben Walker to record the only points for the Troy men's team. The two finished in third place overall in team roping. The teams will have a week off before returning to action October 4th through 6th to compete at the Murray State University Rodeo in Murray, Kentucky.
The Trojans
competing on the track, however, they weren't part of the track and field team. Taylor Burke fills us in on the baseball team's 6-minute mile.
The Trojan baseball team has started its preparation for the 2013 season, kicking things off with an annual Troy baseball tradition.
Basically, our players are asked to complete a 6-minute mile run prior to our fall practice starting. And actually, you know, it's a thing that we don't train for. We just think a Division I baseball player should be able to come out and complete that to be ready or show that he's ready to start fall practice.
While running the mile in 6 minutes or under is the minimum time for the players, for the second year the coaching staff has allowed their players to earn some extra time on the clock with donations to the Wounded Warrior Project in order to help military personnel in need.
And we've allowed our guys in the last 2 years to donate money to increase their time. But that donation goes to that great foundation and organization. So it's been a good combination for us with a former catcher in the Troy program, now a Navy SEAL, and supporting that organization.
We got to talk to Jeff Nichols. The Navy SEAL, he actually talked to us about it. So the guys that were here last year really know how much it means to guys like him and his friends who died in battle, and how much it means to their families. And you know, it's very special to us and this team to be able to help anybody out the way we can.
It's a great cause for one, and two, I mean, we wouldn't be able to do what we do on the field, go to school and all that stuff had the troops not be overseas doing what they do. So it's always good when you could give back to the troops and their families.
The baseball team helped raise $920 for the Wounded Warrior Project, and each player finished the mile run on their first try. Taylor Burke, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
The baseball team opened up fall practice this weekend and will go through 30 full-team practice sessions. So Bailey, Judson, as you can see, there is a lot of action going on in Trojan sports. I mean, we've just gotten into football season, but you can see that the baseball team is already getting started on their fall practice schedule. So before you know it, football will be over and it'll be time for baseball again.
Yeah, it's a really good time in the year. A lot of sports going on and plenty of things for people to go out and support.
That's right. It keeps everybody busy, the student athletes and the students.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Danielle.
All right, thanks. Coming up on Troy TrojanVision Nightly News, we'll learn about the upcoming performance of Driving Miss Daisy.
But first, this weekend we experienced pleasant weather. What can we expect for this week, Brittany?
Looks like this amazing weather may be staying a while. Stay tuned for your local weather up right after the break.
If you can learn one thing in life, especially if you go into business, it's how to communicate and how to work with others. And I do think Troy taught me that.
Troy reaches out to people who they see their commitment to public service.
Troy just attracts students that want to give back to the community, that want to give back all across the world.
We want to educate the mind to think, the heart to feel, the body to act. We want to enable our students to go out into this world and make a difference.
Troy University, in class, online, within reach. Troy.edu.
Today, we gather to recognize the selfless decision of one of the most influential women of our time. The woman who, after having one too many drinks, chose not to drive home buzzed. Here today to honor Rachel is the family whose lives she spared.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning TrojanVision Nightly News.
Roddy joins us for a look at weather.
So, Brittany, it seems like the last couple of days, no one has been really complaining about the weather lately.
That's right. It's actually been very beautiful, and I know a lot of people have been spending it outdoors. We can actually take a look right now on campus and see how beautiful the weather has been today. Sunshine throughout the day, been very beautiful. Looking at our current conditions, we can see sunny skies, temperature sitting around 80 degrees, dew point at 39 degrees, humidity at 23%, barometer at 30.12 and falling, and winds coming from the north around 4 miles per hour. Today's stats, high at 80, low of 53, no rain, sunrise at 7:03 a.m. and a sunset at 7:06. Around the state, Mobile sunny at 84, Huntsville 77 and sunny, Birmingham 75, Montgomery at 80, Troy at 80, Phoenix City at 82, and Dothan at 81. We can definitely see around the state of Alabama is very beautiful, sun, no clouds, really looking good as we go. Current temperatures, 84 in Tampa, 85 in Orlando. Definitely things cooling down just a little bit. Only 74 in Atlanta. Definitely looking like this cooler weather is sending it all around the southwest. We can definitely see 60s as we go up a little north of us and 70s as we go around. 90s still hitting though in Texas, but as we look, it's definitely beautiful for us. Current surface, we can see a high pressure system here. This low front moving out, leaving us with that cooler weather. As we look closer, we can see not much activity really going on. Departure from normal, we're about 3 to 6 degrees, a little cooler than we are normally at this time of year. Next 48 hours, not looking to see any rain. Maybe towards Florida if you're headed down that way, but not much as you go throughout the state of Alabama and around here at Troy. Tuesday, we can see the rain's going to stay just north of us. Not much here, and of course, as we head south, it's going to be towards Florida. Wednesday, same thing. We're going to be in the clear, hopefully. Thursday, same thing. And Friday, definitely looking as we go throughout the week. It's going to be very beautiful. Great way to go outside, really enjoy your week, and just really enjoy going outside, go to games, really take the chance to take your kids out before it gets too chilly to be able to go outdoors and enjoy it. Tonight's forecast, we can see mainly clear, light and variable winds. Winds coming from the northeast about 3 miles per hour, and looking at a low of 53. We definitely see that the cooler weather in the evenings, definitely going to be cooler. Grab some jackets, keep it with you if you're going outside this evening or getting up early for those early morning people that get up early for the work day. Definitely keep a jacket with you. It's going to be chilly, but as we go into tomorrow's forecast, we can see it's going to be very sunny today, a lot like today, but a very high UV index. So be careful. Even though it's cooler, it's definitely still going to be very sunny, and you're going to be getting those UV rays. Winds light and variable, coming from the east to southeast around 6 miles per hour, and going to be seeing a high of 86, so it definitely warm up to be a very nice day. Going to look at the 4-day forecast, we can see across the days throughout Friday, we can see very sunny skies. Tuesday, a high of 86 and a low of 59. Wednesday, warming up to 89 and a low of 64. Thursday, hitting 90 with a low of 64 for the evening. And Friday, we're going to be going around 89, definitely seeing a warm week as we go in towards Friday. So, Justin, we can see that it's going to stay very pleasant. Like right now, it's very cool. It might warm up towards the end of the week and not be as cool as it is right now, but we're definitely going to be experiencing the 90 degrees again by the end of the week. So it'll definitely be great to go outdoors before it gets too chilly.
Yeah, really take advantage of this week because there's not a lot of weeks like that, and there's not really much more to say than that. I mean, it's just going to probably feel pretty good outside for the rest of the week. So, all right, looking forward to it.
All right,
thanks, Brittany.
Thank you.